You know, I'm utterly amazed today at the structure of this world that we live in. While we have people on a daily basis, you know, just literally living in utter rebellion against the Most High, it does not disturb me whatsoever at all that the world chooses to rebel against Yahweh. And Christians don't disturb me, Catholics, Muslims, none of these people disturb me. But for those of you who lay claim to being Israelites, now that's where the, you know, being disturbed comes into play. I mean, seriously into play. And I'll tell you the reason why, you know, it comes into play. Because you think about this for a second. We have structures set up in Israel. And I'm making this on the heels of a few comments after yesterday's explosion of videos I put out, which is designed to test the heart of all of us. It is utterly amazing out there that I can help people to question my lifestyle when I put it on display, certain portions of it, for you all to see as an example for you to get encouraged. But for some of you people out there who are not living 1 ounce of this book, to think that you can actually question someone like me is laughable. And not only is it laughable, because, you know, in order to question authority, you have to be in authority. And you don't get in authority because you make yourself an authority. That's why I keep talking about structure. But most people do not understand that when you come around me, you think you're testing, checking out, proving, and trying me. But I assure you that you are nowhere near testing, proving, and trying out me as I am you. You see, because as going forward here, you know, I have to get you people to understand that this is not Christianity 101. And we are not just allowing people to come as they are in order to be a part of us. No, we are going to determine if we are going to accept you into our fellowship and allow you to fellowship with us. And I know, dealing with this prideful American spirit that we have today, that many of you will dissent against that because your ego is ultimately too high. But it is utterly amazing, huh? You go apply for a job, you send in an application, and you don't get the job just because you show up, do you? If you go to seek acceptance to a college, hey, you don't just go and show up and get into the college, do you? I mean, our mindset is utterly amazing. Some of you out there who love joining secret organizations and stuff, you just don't go and show up and say, okay, because I show up, now I am. No. I don't know where we get this attitude from, but I assure you, and as the days go forward, it's going to be equally as tough, especially becoming part of us, because you see, I've learned my lesson after about 20 years of dealing with humanity, especially people who fancy themselves to be my judges while they have sacrificed nothing in life. I've learned over these past 20-something years that it is a small thing that if I be judge of you, and I'm mostly talking to you men out there, no, we're going to be doing the judging of you. And if there's any questions or as far as picking my brain is going to go, you get to pick my brain when you listen to scripture study and Bible study. And believe me, I know how this communication comes across, especially to people who are what I would call ignorant and unlearned. I know how it comes across. And I know the ego and the pride and the spirit that people are dealing with here in America. I understand very well. That's the reason why I communicate. It's obvious that if you listen to me, while I may not be the brightest bulb in the box, nor the brightest man on the face of this planet Earth, it's obvious that I do possess some intelligence and some know-how and skill, as well as wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But I tell you what, there's a lot that needs to be, that is desired, and a lot that really truly needs to change concerning the behavior of us as a people. And I tell you, I let things run. I deal with things for a while with men. I really truly do. But I tell you, as we in this generation, as the Bible says, become more wicked and wicked, and that's what men are becoming in this generation. I'm going to have to even the more so deal with a lot of you wisely, if any of you understand what that means. Because we have a wonderful family here at Straightway, and the network of Straightways scattered throughout all this land. And they are a people of impeccable character and content, and greatly beloved. And they are people of high honor and high regard. We put away base things from us, such as slander, backbiting, accusing, deceit, and all these other things. And we're going on to perfection. We're growing in grace and knowledge. But I would tell you this, and I would hope that anyone who desires to understand, if you want to be holy, the Straightway is the place. Not only will we teach you, but we will show you by example. Now, don't come over here thinking that you can come with your Christian mindset and your Christian philosophy and think that we're going to function and have the same attitude and mindset as those people. No. That's not so. It's not going to happen. It's not going to fly. It's just simply not going to be the case. Now, you have a choice. You have a decision to make. Now, I know that many of you are sensitive and you wear your feelings on your sleeve. And that's the biggest problem that we have in this generation. A big problem we have in this generation. But you need to understand. You need to understand very well that we are men accomplishing a mission, and we are getting it done, with or without you. We would prefer that you would be with us, but there's a structure. And the one reason why this video has been made, because I have a few people that's done taken offense. Now watch this now. Taking offense, because coming to South Carolina, I'm not opening up this meeting like I have many times before. I've been to South Carolina quite a few times in open meetings where or I can say, all across this land, I've been to places where I've ministered to the people, those who want to come. And while I minister to the people that want to come, now watch this now. This is the attitude of Americans. They think that we're supposed to just open up our homes, no matter where they be, to total strangers, simply because people have it in their mindset thinking that they are the remnant. But they don't think that they're ever going to be tested, proven, and tried in their life. And even in this, in itself, is just a literal test. The arrogancy, the audacity that people have. But it's utterly amazing. It is utterly amazing at the mindsets and the way people flip-flop and change when things do not go their way. So to think that we would have that type of attitude in our assembly is utterly amazing. Now, it's amazing because, see, when I go to these meetings, and let me break this down for you real quick. Nobody pays for the hotel room. Nobody pays for my food and my lodging. Nobody pays for the gas money or the airfare to get there. And many times showing up these meetings, there's anywhere average between 50 and 120 people that shows up to each one of these meetings when I come. And the amount of honor that I receive is utterly amazing. While people do honor with their lips, their heart is very far, not only from him, but it's very far from me. I don't know. I guess people just used to being entertained. But they will go and pay $15, $20 for a concert ticket to go and hear somebody make a bunch of noise because they enjoy it. But when it comes to listening to someone that will give you the truth, and you've got a witness in your spirit, otherwise you wouldn't come, all of a sudden it's amazing how that I can spend upwards hundreds or $1,000 for a meeting or two meetings, and I never, ever, not even close to break even with the expense of I actually put out. Now you tell me what kind of attitude and honor is that? I would like to know. So why should I come to y'all states? I got somebody want me to come to Arizona. I tell you what, I will come to Arizona. You pay for my airfare. I pay for the airfare, whoever I want to bring with me, pay for the meeting room, pay for my motel room, and my food and lodging and everything else, and then I come to Arizona. Now let's see how bad somebody want me to come to Arizona. And it's sad that I need to say this, because I do need to paint this picture for many of you people out there who simply just don't understand. When Pastor Dow, I'm not no T.D. Jakes, I don't require an honorarium of $50,000 up front before I even show my face, and then you can pay the rest. I don't do that. I go out freely. I make myself chargeable to none of you. Everything that I need is provided by the saints of Straightway, both at home and the ones that are scattered abroad. And I will keep myself chargeable from any of you. But it's a sad situation, the attitude and the spirit we have today. What an unthankful and ungrateful and unholy generation we live in. I think there needs to be a lot of attitude adjustment, and there really truly needs to be a whole lot more honor and a whole lot more thanksgiving for those who are sacrificing and sticking their necks out on the line, not only to be an example and live to be an example, but to give you the truth. And that's the truth straightway. So there's a lot of attitudes and demeanors and changes that I'm going to demand of everybody. Just as much as you expect holiness and righteousness from me, I expect it more so from you and will require it.